A lawyer used fake artificial intelligence case citations, was caught, and was suspended. Here we go. Apple to fit cameras in their Airpods and ISPs, internet service providers, the Time Warners, the Comcasts, they can see us. This is the Foundation Current Events for August 25th, 2026. I am Sot L, Seeker of Truth L, Speaker of Truth L. It's great to be here. I do have a special announcement. I have a special guest coming on the show. It'll be this Sunday, the 30th. So the 30th, August 30th, Sunday, I have a special guest, Consul General Lamont Maurice L. This guy, he's doing his thing, been doing his thing. I'm not even going to speak on it, right? I'm just going to let y'all see it. This is something, honestly, I've never done before. And I don't speak on my nationality, but those who know can deduce from my name, Sot L, my nationality. But, officially it is Moorish American Awareness Month. So this special guest, Brother Lamont Maurice L, is going to bless us. So, I hope you check it out. But with that being said, let's jump straight into the current events. And here we go. Make sure you check out welcome to thefoundation.com. Sign up for the email list at the very least. We appreciate it. That's all we'll say. Silver, $69.05, 6 cents or so. It is building. It's moving. I don't know what you do. If you trade, if you purchase, you should continue to trade and purchase. Gold has extended beyond the 200-day moving average, which is was a resistance level. There's things going on. Just pay attention. Dollar cost average, $25, $50, $100, whatever you can, take it, go buy silver. Silver is an industrial metal as well as a precious metal. It is used in industry. A lot of times it's not recovered. I'm one of those people that think that, within my lifetime, we're going to see miners mining city dumps and landfills to get silver. But I could be wrong. So, $25, $50, $100, whatever you can do every 2 weeks, every month, go buy some silver. They have what is called junk silver. You can just ask for it. Go to a coin dealer, a We Buy Gold shop. Ask if they have any junk silver. What that is, it's just currency. It's dimes, quarters, half dollars, and full dollars, right? But they're in coin form, and they actually have silver in those coins. Pre-1965 or something of that nature. I can't really exactly remember, but I can tell I've gotten silver in my hand for change, and I heard the difference when it hit my hand, and I pulled it out, and it was a silver quarter. But I can't stress this enough. Dollar cost average. We have the Eastern spot price, $77.20 for silver. Western spot price, $69.04. Little over $8. Looks like $8, 15, 16 cents within that arbitrage range, that delta. It fluctuates. What does it mean? I don't say what it means. I just point it out. Let's jump into this. Canada slaps retaliatory tariffs on U.S. goods worth $20 billion as trade war intensifies. And, there's a lot of states that do business with Canada. Sell a lot of their stuff. Yeah, Canada hit back today with retaliatory tariffs on about $20 billion worth of U.S. annual imports and rolled out aid for businesses and workers, matching Washington's latest duties dollar for dollar. The counter tariffs on U.S. goods take effect September 8th and impose duties of 15%, 25%, and 50%, respectively, across around 700 products imported from south of the border, a government statement said. U.S. President Donald Trump's new 50% tariffs on $20 billion of Canadian imports took effect on Saturday. After talks between the two countries collapsed, the new tit-for-tat tariffs mark a new low, I apologize for the sirens, in relations between the longtime allies and Trump earlier on Tuesday threatened to rename Lake Ontario to Lake America. Quote, our dollar for dollar rate for rate counter tariffs, as well as a multi-billion-dollar support package, will protect workers, farmers, families, and businesses, end quote. Canada's finance minister, Francois Philippe Champagne, that's an ill last name, said the White House and the U.S. trade representative did not immediately respond to a request for comment. Canada levied the 50% tariffs on steel, aluminum, furniture, and clothing, set the 25% tariffs on cheese, appliances, and some seafood, and placed the 15% tariffs on electronics and tools, a Canadian government official told reporters. I thought China makes all our electronics. I don't know. What do y'all think about that? New U.S. single-family home sales slide in July. Confidence dips in August. Sales of new U.S. single-family homes tumbled in July as high mortgage rates weighed on the market and continued to sideline potential home buyers, while consumer confidence slid to a 7-month low on darkening outlooks for the job market and inflation. New home sales dropped 10.5%. That's a large drop, to a seasonally adjusted annualized rate of 600,000 units last month, the lowest since January, from June's upwardly revised pace. The Commerce Department Census Bureau said on Tuesday, new home sales, which are counted at the closing of a contract, account for a small share of U.S. home sales and tend to be volatile on a month-to-month basis. They fell 6.3% on a year-over-year basis. The economists polled by Reuters had estimated the sales pace at 620,000 units. The median new house price fell to $393,800 in July, the lowest in 4 years. It was almost a full percentage point lower than a year earlier. Steep borrowing costs are a key factor keeping the housing in a deep funk. Indeed, a separate report today on consumer confidence from the conference board showed just 5.2% of American consumers intend to buy a house in the next 6 months, down from 6.5% in July, and the largest decline in more than 5 years. Quote, the housing market isn't headed for a downturn, but rising mortgage rates and weaker growth in real disposable income due to elevated inflation will keep any rebound out of sight, end quote. Oxford economics senior U.S. economist Matthew Martin said. Ouch. Minnesota lawyer suspended over fake AI case citations. The city of Biwabik is known for its Bavarian-themed downtown mountain bike trails and as the gateway to Minnesota's Mesabi Iron Range. But the St. Louis County community of 966 people was never a defendant in a 1948 lawsuit filed by a plaintiff named Anderson. That did not stop Minnesota attorney Faisal S. Ahmed from citing Anderson versus City of Biwabik in a 2025 legal memorandum that he filed in Hennepin County Court. Ahmed also cited Doherty versus Alma E. Clark Memorial Home, another non-existent case, in an effort to convince Judge Louis Conroy to rule in his client's favor in a civil suit. Both cases were invented from whole cloth from an AI tool that Ahmed used in drafting the brief. Ahmed, who was first licensed to practice law in Minnesota in 2014, had represented the owner of a Robbinsdale food store who'd been sued by his landlord after falling behind on rent payments. The fake case citations first came to light in an August 21st, 2025 hearing when the property owner's attorney, George Warner Jr., told Conroy that Ahmed's filing likely contained AI hallucinations. Ahmed missed a deadline to provide a written response to the allegations, but Warner outlined the errors in a detailed letter to the judge several weeks later. In addition to fake cases, Ahmed included a false quotation from a real case, as well as 2 citation errors. NPR News sought comment from Ahmad Friday afternoon via email and voicemail messages. Quote, AI, like the advent of word processors and the internet, can be a powerful tool to aid attorneys in their legal work. But these technological improvements should not be accepted with blind, unyielding faith or used as a substitute for legal analysis and interpretation. This end quote. It was Conroy writes in a January order. Quote, the problem has become so common that a website has been set up to catalog the over 800 documented instances of litigants and now judges using AI to cite fake law and hallucinate quotes, end quote, Conroy added. Conroy ruled in favor of the property owner and ordered the defendants to pay $233,563 in back rent. She later fined Ahmed $5,000 and referred him to the Minnesota Lawyers Professional Responsibility Board. Ahmed's, quote, conduct in submitting false cases to the court caused unnecessary delay and burden opposing counsel and the court, who had to take extra time to find cases that did not exist or that were incorrectly cited and address the case hallucination issues, end quote, wrote Bin Tong and Diana Natoli with the state's Office of Lawyers Professional Responsibility in a petition for disciplinary action filed Friday with the Minnesota Supreme Court. According to the filing, Ahmed agreed to a 30-day suspension of his law license and to pay an additional $900 in costs. Mm. 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 Apple, check this out. This is from Mac Rumors. Apple is working on a camera-equipped Airpods that appear to be nearly ready to launch based on a video Mac Rumors found in the Mac OS Tahoe 26.7 release candidate. In a short demo, a man holds a book up so the camera in the AirPods can see the title. Quote, with visual intelligence, your world becomes solvable. See something you like, just ask me to save it for later, end quote, says the voiceover assistant. Let's check this out. It's kind of loud. They're putting cameras in the AirPods. The camera on the AirPods will feed information to visual intelligence, and Siri will be able to answer questions about the wearer's surroundings and log information. There is a direct reference to setting up visual intelligence on the AirPods. If hair is covering the AirPods up, you'll receive an alert. Quote, to get the most accurate information about things in your environment, make sure AirPods are not covered, end quote, it says. The camera-equipped AirPods have the code name B790, which was also previously mentioned by Bloomberg's Mark Gurman. Gurman suggested the AirPods could launch as soon as September, so we could see them at the iPhone-centric event where Apple will unveil the iPhone 18 Pro, iPhone 18 Pro Max, and foldable iPhone Ultra. You guys know they were putting out a foldable phone? They always wait until after everybody else does it. Mac OS Tahoe 26.7 has multiple other mentions of the B790 product, as well as a reference to a long list of other unreleased Apple products. They put in cameras. Man, listen, I don't like it. Deutsche Bank issues second Panda bond in 2026, expanding access to China's capital markets. This is a European bank rocking with China. This is significant. Deutsche Bank announced the issuance and pricing of an renminbi 3.5 billion multi-tranche Panda bond in the China interbank bond market. The issuing garnered a strong market reception, attracting a diverse pool of domestic and international investors. The offering comprised of China CNY 2.5 billion 3-year tranche and a CNY 1 billion 5-year tranche was priced with final coupon rates of 1.72% and 1.94% respectively. This represents pricing that is 21 basis points tighter than the bank's previous issuance in early March. The deal was significantly oversubscribed, with the 3-year tranche achieving a 1.95 times subscription rate, and the 5-year tranche a 2.59 time rate. The landmark pricing achieved several market records. Both tranches set the lowest coupon on record for a foreign Panda issuer in the respective 10-year bucket. This robust demand underscores the market's sustained confidence in Deutsche Bank's credit profile and the growing global appetite for renminbi-dominated assets. This is outside the SWIFT system. There's another system that they set up. I can't remember the acronym for it. So you have the brick system, you have the Swiss system, and what is it? I can't remember. I'm not even going to butcher it, but this is a big deal. This is a very, very, very big deal. When yeah. The what I do want to say, if these bonds are being received so well, the Chinese bonds, what about the United States Treasury bonds? That's all I'll say. Move forward. Honda says it may not build new plant in North America without trade deal extension. This is a lot of jobs that can come to the United States. A senior Honda executive said the Japanese automaker might not build an eighth assembly plant in North America unless a key trade deal is extended. The Trump administration is currently negotiating with Canada and Mexico over the fate of the free trade deal known as USMCA. Honda executive vice president Noria Kaihara told reporters at a roundtable in Washington the automaker is close to full production capacity in North America and needs a new factory. However, quote, if there is no USMCA agreement in the future, we may have to change our direction, end quote. Kaihara said, adding, the company will need to make a decision within a year or two and would like the plant to be running by around 2030. He said currently Honda is not passing on the costs of tariffs to buyers in North America. The U.S. imposed 50% tariffs on $20 billion of Canadian products on Saturday, and Canada said it was retaliating effective September 8th. Last year, Hyundai Motor told the administration that uncertainty about USMCA was delaying its investment decisions. Quote, early confirmation of USMCA's extension would immediately unlock over $20 billion in new American investments. Every month of ambiguity slows job creation, site selection, and technology development, end quote, the automaker said in November. Honda in May scrapped its long-term EV sales target, including the goal of having EVs make up a fifth of its new car sales in 2030, and now plans 15 new hybrids by 2030. That plant would offer and sustain a lot of jobs. We'll see what happens. The AI-related reason every billionaire suddenly wants to own a sports team. The Los Angeles Lakers, the Super Bowl champion Seattle Seahawks, a chunk of the New York Yankees. Teams are turning over at a rapid pace, driving valuations to stratospheric heights. One reason for the sales boom, you might expect there are an ever-increasing number of billionaires with the resources to buy teams. More demand plus a limited supply of teams equals higher prices. But experts also offer a surprising reason. Artificial intelligence. Sports is believed to be a relatively AI-proof investment. Teams are not likely to be upended by a game-changing technology the way other investments might be. Quote, I'm willing to bet odds are greater, that in 100 years that the Yankees will be here compared to IBM being here. This is Sal Galasciotto. I tried, y'all. A leading investment banker in the field of selling sports teams. So basically what is going on is with artificial intelligence, actors, may be out of work because they can do AI movies. There's so many things that AI can do, from commercials to marketing to advertising, but the idea is that it would be impossible or near impossible to artificially create a basketball game, and most people are not going to be into it. So, the fact that these basketball teams offer a unique, quote, product, right, that is essentially AI proof, that's what they're betting on. Whether this will pan out for them properly in their investments, I'm not sure, but we'll move forward. Companies face backlash over controversial products and advertisement campaigns. Did you guys hear about this? There was Target put out this Halloween costume, and then they took it out. They took it off the shelves or whatever. It was bad. I saw a photo of it. I'm not going to show it. It was bad. It was funny, but it was funny for the wrong reasons. Backlash over a Halloween costume sold by Target spilled into retailers' shares on Tuesday, drawing fresh attention to a string of similar controversies that have plagued global brands over cultural missteps. Here are some examples. So Target Its kids glows under blacklight circus clown Halloween costume. Man, you guys want to see it? All right, let's check it. They're not going to show it. They want you to view it on Instagram. Nah, I'm not doing all that. I'm not doing all that. But it's bad. It's not cool. Starbucks, a marketing campaign in early 2026 that appeared to reference the what? What is that? Let's check this out. Starbucks Korea had fired after Tank Day promotion sparks public outroar. Yeah, the retail conglomerate that licenses and manages U.S. coffee chain in South Korea said it had sacked. Hold on, the head of Starbucks Korea has been fired after a marketing campaign sparked public outrage and boycotts calls for evoking painful memories of a brutal military crackdown on pro-democracy. Oh yeah, that's not good. That's not good. American Eagle, Sydney Sweeney has great jeans ad campaign. Target, the retailer's 2023 Pride collection. Anheuser-Busch social media promotion with transgender influencer. Balenciaga, two separate advertisement campaigns in 2022. Gucci, H&M, Pepsi, Unilever, Zara, Pepsi's Mountain Dew. So I like how the author of this article just basically obfuscated for Target and just, threw a bunch of interference by throwing all these other companies in there with their faux pas, but really not jumping in and explaining exactly what was going on with this costume. I'm sure you can find it. Someone sent me a photo of it. It's really bad. They got black gloves, the watermelon smile or whatever. Even the pose of the model's pose it's bad. It's bad. So, good luck with that, Target. They'll be fine. They'll be fine. I want to go over this one more time. Because I talked about this yesterday, but I feel like I went pretty fast and didn't really get into the implications, right? So your Comcast router doubles as a motion detector now and a potential police informant, okay? Okay? Comcast has announced a new Xfinity router feature designed to improve home security, but it may come with privacy caveats. Comcast's new feature. As first reported by The Verge, a new motion detection feature has been introduced in Xfinity home routers. An August 18th update to the Xfinity app enables millions of routers to monitor movement in the home. Now, this is not a new technology. It's not. The public rollout of this technology is what's really kind of, got me kind of, concerned. I'll just say that. It's concerned, I just don't like the idea of this technology being every day. Like, oh, that's something that, yeah, that's what it is. That's the way it is. And anyone who doesn't care or anyone who cares is a weirdo. I don't want my internet service provider to be able to tell where I am in my home, if I'm moving around in the home, what I'm doing in that's a privacy concern for me. It's a big deal. In the press release, the company said the motion detection feature is part of Xfinity Shield, a new offering designed to, quote, redefine intelligent home protection, end quote. While we expect our home routers to have some form of basic cybersecurity protection, such as through filters, firewalls, and strong Wi-Fi encryption protocol support, Xfinity Shield, now available at no cost to existing customers, includes Xfinity Cybersecure threat detection on the home Wi-Fi network, including phishing attempts and malware. Wi-Fi Motion turns Xfinity Gateway and connected devices into motion detectors inside the home. Family protection. Through family settings, admins, such as parents, can create user profiles and manage screen time or set device limits. Sounds great, except for this middle one. Don't like it. They just threw that in the middle. It's a sandwich. They sandwiched that in there. The second feature, motion detection, is the most interesting. Xfinity Gateway routers and compatible connected devices work as in-home motion detectors that detect changes in the home's radio frequency signal between the Xfinity Gateway and Wi-Fi connected devices, and will alert users via the Xfinity app when activity is detected. Quote, it provides an added layer of awareness without recording video, capturing images, or identifying individuals, end quote, Comcast noted. This is an opt-in feature. and it's not enabled by default, so you don't need to tiptoe around your living room and avoid setting off alerts. There's a second layer to Xfinity Shield called Shield Select that this gives customers an indoor camera, a door window sensor, cloud video storage, and 24/7 response services with their home internet bundle. They're, ah, okay, so let's. I got some of these. I got the release right. So here's a press release. Comcast introduces Xfinity Shield, a first of its kind platform for intelligent home protection. Xfinity Shield leverages AI capabilities embedded across the nation's largest converged network and Xfinity Gateway technology to transform Wi-Fi into an always-on layer of cybersecurity, physical and family protection. Yeah. So let's go down here. So they got the cybersecurity, right? But here's the motion thing. An opt-in feature, Wi-Fi motion uses the Xfinity Gateway and connected devices to detect motion inside the home without cameras, traditional motion detectors. Or traditional motion detectors. Using Xfinity Gateway Intelligence, Wi-Fi motion detects changes in the home's radio frequency signal between the Xfinity Gateway and a Wi-Fi connected device, then sends instant notifications to customers through the Xfinity app when unexpected activity is detected. It provides an added layer of awareness, blah, 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 blah. Wi-Fi Shield. What does it include? What is Wi-Fi motion and how does it work? Wi-Fi motion uses the Wi-Fi signal from a customer's Xfinity gateway to sense movement in their home. If motion is no cameras needed or recordings captured. Yeah, okay. Video. You guys want to understand what you can do with Wi-Fi access points. If motion is detected between the gateway and other connected devices, the customer can be notified. They can be alerted to movement in their home using technology that's already built into their gateway, whether they're in the next room or away from home. Wi-Fi motion works across compatible gateway models, and it is included with their Xfinity internet service at no extra cost. Don't worry about it. We're not even going to charge you extra for it. This is a privacy nightmare. Privacy nightmare. Oh, did you guys see the robot Olympics? That's what I'm calling it. Beijing Games. They had robots competing, and I like how they're showing a lot of pictures of them failing. Don't worry about it. They're failing. Listen, man. I know a robot beat Usain Bolt's time. That's official. But all these photos show them, falling. They're laying down, so on and so forth. Man, I suggest that you check out the video of this Beijing Olympics because there was some crashes. There were some problems. It happened. But there was some other stuff that happened. They were doing flips, they were running, they're boxing, they're jumping, they're playing tennis, they're doing obstacle courses. And yeah, they got to show you the one laying down. But look at this one. This one made it. It did his dance. Look at this, man. Imagine you go to a restaurant. They got security and it's a robot, right? And then it thinks that you're doing something. Just starts boxing you. Just starts punching you in the face. Lifting weights. Look at this, man. It's they're playing games. It can walk on an incline. Look at this, man. Let's go through some more. Get up out of here. We don't need this. Get up out of here. Look at this. Look, man. This is the future. Got knocked. They're playing soccer, aka football. Pom poms doing cheerleading stuff. Got humans out there. I wouldn't be out there. I saw that kid get kicked to the stomach, man. I don't trust none of these fools. Roomba. They got Roomba robots. Look at the vacuuming and punch you too. This is wild. I hope y'all are paying attention because this is wild. This is wild. That's it for current events. Please check us out Sunday. Special guest, Consul General Lamont Maurice L. It is Moorish American Awareness Month. So happy Moorish American Awareness Month. And with that being said, I trust y'all learned something. Y'all enjoy yourself. Take care of yourself. Make sure you say 10 things that you are thankful for before you go to sleep tonight. Every night is very important. And I'll catch y'all tomorrow. Peace, y'all.